With its announcement about the use of XRP, the US Federal Reserve recently grabbed news. The possible incorporation of Ripple for payment processing has been emphasized by St. Louis Federal Reserve Branch Senior Vice President David Andolfo. In particular, it has been highlighted that Ripple depends on XRP to act as a facilitator for these transactions. In direct quotation from David Andolfo, the Fed may delegate settlement obligations to a third party, like Ripple. If this development comes to pass, XRP's value is expected to rise significantly, possibly hitting $10,000. It's also critical to remember that the Federal Reserve's action is not unexpected. The Federal Reserve acknowledged the potential role of XRP and XLM in strengthening the blockchain component of their FedNow payment service in an official announcement a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. The focus is on Ripple, which is well known for its creative cross-border payment solutions and open-source financial transaction technology. The FedNow Payment Services incorporation of Ripple's technology is expected to have a significant role in propelling XRP's value to previously unheard-of levels. Greetings from the Crypto Insights family, your go-to resource for anything XRP. Do me a favor and use the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to become a part of our community before we get started. Let's get right to today's subject. Our attention is on the Federal Reserve's partnership with Ripple, which was formally disclosed on the federalreserve.gov website. Ripple is recognized as a major actor in collaboration with the Federal Reserve for Payment Solutions in the first section of the report, the U.S. Path to Faster Payments, titled The Faster Payment Task Force Approach. The capacity of Ripple to enable real-time international payments is particularly mentioned in the paper. They typically take 2 to 4 days and have little transparency regarding tracking and fees. This is revolutionized by Ripple, which provides rapid settlement and full visibility into payment status and fees. Next, we learned that Ripple and the Fed have expanded their partnership to cover domestic payments. Viewers can pause and read the copious documentation that supports this. A key passage in the study highlights how central banks, including the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, and the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, have partnered with Ripple to improve their domestic payment systems. The report's discussion of Ripple Labs' innovation at the core level of payment processing, with an emphasis on providing a free, real-time settlement infrastructure internationally, is another intriguing feature. It shows that the Federal Reserve intends to embrace and put into use Ripple's decentralized peer-to-peer settlement mechanism, which is expected to replace current fund transfer technologies. In retrospect, there were preliminary signs of this development almost a year ago. During a Federal Reserve story on Fox News about investigating a digital U.S. currency, the Ripple logo was prominently highlighted. In addition, organizations including as the Federal Reserve Board, the International Monetary Fund, the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, and the IMF have indicated their interest in Ripple's technology by adding it to their list of Shadow's partners. A substantial amount of the world's wealth is handled by the Bank of International Settlements, or BIS, as can be seen when delving deeper into the fascinating realm of global banking. It is noteworthy that Ripple has entered this field. We have a statement from the Department of the Interior that quotes Frederickshire Board of Governors Senior Counsel Jess Chan. According to reports, Jess, a former Deputy General Counsel of Ripple, is leading this effort. There's a lot to explore here for those who are interested in the specifics, and everything is connected, but that is only the beginning. Many of you may be surprised by what I'm going to disclose. The Federal Reserve recently warned that rising interest rates and pressure on real estate could cause bank losses. It's interesting to note that they have been talking about this with a number of partners since early March. Furthermore, it appears that XRP will be adopted by the EU and BRIC. By using the XRP ledger to manage wealth transfers, the European Union has even hinted that XRP will serve as the basis for the future digital euro. This assertion is supported by numerous reports that indicate an impending spike in the value of XRP. According to a top analyst, it will rise to $500.50 in the near future and could eventually hit $10,000 as it becomes more popular worldwide. Ripple co-founder Arthur Brito is credited with this realization. As we watch the video, it becomes evident that XRP's story is developing quickly. Beyond the SACVs. Ripple controversy, we are currently witnessing the BRICS countries firmly choose to work with Ripple to create their central bank digital currency on the XRP ledger. According to breaking news, this BRICS-backed central bank digital money is expected to be a major international financial tool. Additionally, there is proof of Ripple's vast network in every BRICS country, which we will examine in more depth. Let's begin our adventure in Brazil, where a revolutionary event has taken place. Brazil has introduced a groundbreaking cryptocurrency on-demand liquidity service in collaboration with Ripple. The financial technology landscape in the nation has advanced significantly as a result of this project. After that, we focus on Russia. Numerous documents demonstrate President Putin's deliberate decision to diversify away from the USD and the petrodollar. SWIFT's decision to remove Russia from its payment system has resulted in a noticeable shift in favor of Ripple Labs. The objective is to create a digital currency on the XRP ledger for the Russian central bank. In addition to circumventing the SWIFT prohibition, this action makes use of the XRP ledger's decentralized structure to guarantee Russia's continuous involvement in international banking. Turning our attention to India, we discover that Ripple is leading yet another important project that is driving the country's ambitious digital rupee drive. Underpinned by Ripple Labs technology, this project marks a significant advancement in India's path towards a full digital currency issued by a central bank worldwide. The tale doesn't stop there, though. China has also joined the battle, working with Ripple to gain traction in the field of digital currencies issued by central banks. This collaboration represents Ripple's growing clout in the world of finance. The story is the same throughout Africa. The increasing significance of central bank digital currencies on the XRP ledger throughout the continent is highlighted in the 2022 African Blockchain Report. According to the article, South Africa has implemented XRP and Ripple as part of its payment processing infrastructure, as have more than a dozen other African nations. The ledger's growing significance in Africa's financial ecosystem is demonstrated by its broad adoption. Lastly, XRP was listed as a top digital asset for payment services in a recent BRICS report. The BRICS support solidifies XRP's standing as a major force in the digital currency space. There has been a spike in XRP price expectations in response to recent events, with several forecasts standing out as especially noteworthy. Naturally, a thorough investigation is prompted when prominent financial experts officially forecast that the price of XRP will reach $500.50. Our research pointed us in the direction of Chat, a well-known AI. According to this, AI for cryptocurrencies, XRP, Ripple, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano are expected to rise by an astounding 100,000% by 2024. Given the viewpoint of Arthur Brito, a co-founder of Ripple, such a pricing threshold for XRP shouldn't be shocking. He sees XRP hitting $10,000, which he thinks was the exact amount it was intended to reach. Brito also highlights how scalable XRP is, ready to meet the predicted 5 billion people on the planet's financial demands. What, therefore, does 500 mean in this context? $1,500 is merely a first step toward XRP's actual potential worth in the long run. However, global scalability and significant financial throughput via the XRP ledger are necessary to reach the colossal price of